Alright, buckle up folks, because today we are diving headfirst into something truly wild, something that made me literally drop my coffee this morning when I saw the headlines. You guys are not going to believe what just happened, what was said, and the absolute whirlwind of implications it's already stirring up, especially when it comes to one of the biggest sporting events on the planet. I'm talking about World Cup 2026, and a comment from a very familiar figure that nobody, and I mean nobody, saw coming. This isn't just some casual remark thrown out there, it's a statement that has the potential to ripple through international relations, through sports diplomacy, and even through the very fabric of how we perceive global events. We're going to dissect this entire situation piece by piece, exploring not just what was said, but why it's so unexpected, what it could possibly mean, and the massive waves it's already creating. So grab your favorite beverage, settle in, because this is going to be a deep dive, a truly epic journey into the unexpected intersection of politics and the beautiful game. First things first, let's get straight to the heart of the matter, the comment itself. It came from Donald Trump, and it was about the upcoming World Cup in 2026, which, as many of you know, is set to be hosted by a joint bid from the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Now you might be thinking, what could he possibly say about that? It's years away, it's a massive international collaboration, but trust me, what he said was a curveball, a total left field remark that caught everyone off guard. He essentially suggested that if the United States is doing most of the work, most of the hosting, most of the heavy lifting, then maybe Canada and Mexico shouldn't be involved at all, or at least their participation should be drastically re-evaluated. He questioned the fairness of the arrangement, implying that the US shoulders too much of the burden, while the other nations reap disproportionate benefits. Now let's pause there for a second and really unpack why this specific comment is so incredibly unexpected. For starters, the 2026 World Cup bid was a huge diplomatic victory for the three North American nations, a symbol of cooperation and unity. It was presented as a unified front, a testament to cross-border collaboration and a shared vision for hosting the world's biggest sporting spectacle. Trump himself, during his presidency, had actually expressed support for the joint bid back in 2018, even tweeting about it and urging FIFA to award it to the US-led effort. So to hear him now, years later, after the bid was secured and planning is well underway, suddenly question the very foundation of that partnership, that's a significant shift in stance. This isn't just a minor tweak to a policy, it's a fundamental challenge to an established international agreement, a deal that was celebrated and widely seen as a positive step for the region. The World Cup bid wasn't just about soccer, it was about showcasing North America's ability to work together on a grand scale, demonstrating economic prowess, logistical capability, and a shared love for the sport. His previous support made this recent comment particularly jarring, creating a sense of confusion and disbelief among many observers. It makes you wonder what has changed, what new information or perspective could have prompted such a dramatic reversal of opinion. Let's talk about the World Cup 2026 itself, for those who might not be fully up to speed on its monumental scale. This isn't just any World Cup, this is going to be the biggest one in history, the first to feature 48 teams instead of the traditional 32, which means more games, more fans, and an even larger logistical challenge. The United States is set to host the vast majority of the matches, including all games from the quarterfinals onward, with cities like New York, Los Angeles, Dallas, and Miami among the chosen venues. Canada and Mexico will each host a smaller but still significant number of games in their respective cities like Toronto, Vancouver, Mexico City, and Guadalajara. The planning for an event of this magnitude is absolutely mind-boggling. It involves billions of Dollars in infrastructure upgrades, security arrangements, transportation networks, and tourism. Promotion. Each host city has been working tirelessly for years, preparing their stadiums, their public services, and their local economies for the massive influx of visitors. This isn't something you just throw together overnight, it's a meticulously planned operation, spanning multiple governments, multiple agencies, and countless stakeholders. The joint bid was lauded for its comprehensive approach, its commitment to sustainability, and its promise of an unforgettable experience for fans worldwide. Now let's consider Trump's history with major international events and his approach to alliances. Throughout his political career, he has often expressed a transactional view of international relations, frequently questioning the fairness of existing agreements and demanding that other nations contribute more or pull their weight. We saw this with NATO, with trade deals like NAFTA, and with various international organizations. His rhetoric often centers on an America First philosophy where the primary focus is on what directly benefits the United States, even if it means challenging long-standing partnerships. So in one sense, this comment about the World Cup isn't entirely out of character with his broader foreign policy stance. However, the World Cup is different. It's a cultural event, a celebration of sport that typically transcends partisan politics and nationalistic squabbles. It's meant to bring people together to foster goodwill and friendly competition. His previous endorsement of the joint bid also complicates things because it suggests that at one point he saw the value in the collaborative approach. This makes his current comment feel less like a consistent application of his America First principles and more like a sudden pivot or a strategic intervention into a seemingly non-political arena. It raises questions about timing and motivation. So why now? Why would he choose this moment to make such a comment about an event still years away, but firmly in the planning stages? There are several theories floating around, and I think it's important to explore them all. One possibility is that it's a calculated political move designed to appeal to a certain segment of his base. By questioning the fairness of international agreements and advocating for what he perceives as a better deal for the US, he reinforces his image as a strong negotiator who always puts American interests first. It's a message that resonates with voters who feel that the US often gets a raw deal in global partnerships. Another theory suggests that it could be a way to generate media attention and stay in the headlines, which is something he has always been incredibly adept at doing. A controversial comment about a high-profile event like the World Cup is guaranteed to spark debate and discussion, keeping him in the public consciousness. In the crowded media landscape of today, cutting through the noise often requires making bold and unexpected statements, and this comment certainly fits that description. It's a masterclass in media manipulation if that's indeed the intention. A third possibility is that he genuinely believes what he's saying, that he's had a change of heart, or received new information that led him to conclude the current arrangement isn't optimal for the US. Perhaps he's privy to details about the financial breakdown or logistical burdens that he feels are disproportionately falling on American shoulders. While less likely given the public nature of the bid details, it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility that his perspective has genuinely evolved. He might view the current distribution of games and responsibilities as unfair to the American taxpayer or fan. Regardless of the motivation, the immediate reactions have been swift and varied. From FIFA, the international governing body of football, there's likely to be a degree of diplomatic maneuvering. They've invested heavily in this joint bid, and any suggestion of its unraveling would be a massive headache for them. They would want to project stability and reassure all parties that the plans are proceeding as scheduled. Any public uncertainty could impact sponsorship deals, ticket sales, and overall enthusiasm for the Event. From Canada and Mexico, the reaction is likely to be a mix of surprise and perhaps even a bit of frustration. They've been enthusiastic partners in this endeavor, viewing it as a chance to strengthen ties and showcase their nations on a global stage. To have their participation suddenly called into question by a former US president could be seen as disrespectful or even a breach of trust. It could certainly strain diplomatic relations and complicate future collaborative efforts between the three countries. They've already committed significant resources and planning to their host cities. Politically within the United States, the comment has naturally sparked a partisan divide. Supporters might praise his willingness to challenge the status quo and fight for American interests, while opponents will likely criticize it as disruptive, divisive, and potentially harmful to international relations. It becomes another talking point, another wedge issue in the ongoing political discourse. The comment also puts current US officials in a tricky position as they try to navigate the existing agreements while potentially addressing these new concerns. For the public and for soccer fans specifically, the reaction is probably a mix of confusion and concern. Many fans are excited about the prospect of a World Cup on North American soil and the idea of a joint celebration across three nations. To hear a prominent figure suggest dismantling that partnership could dampen enthusiasm and create uncertainty about the future of the event. It introduces an element of political drama into what should be a joyous sporting occasion. Fans just want to enjoy the games without this kind of geopolitical interference. Let's delve deeper into the potential economic implications, even if they are currently speculative. The World Cup is a massive economic driver, bringing in billions of dollars in tourism revenue, job creation, and infrastructure development. Any uncertainty or instability surrounding the hosting arrangement could potentially deter investors or impact sponsorship deals. While it's unlikely that one comment would completely derail the event, it could certainly create headwinds and add an unnecessary layer of complexity to the planning. Major corporations and advertisers seek stability when investing in such large-scale events. Furthermore, consider the geopolitical implications beyond just the immediate hosts. The World Cup is a global spectacle watched by billions of people worldwide. A public dispute or a suggestion of altering the hosting arrangement could send a message about the stability of international agreements and the reliability of partnerships. It could be interpreted by other nations as a sign of unpredictable foreign policy, making future collaborations more challenging. It's not just about soccer, it's about perception on the world stage. This whole situation really highlights the increasingly blurred lines between sports and politics. Once upon a time, major sporting events were seen as escapes from the political arena and neutral ground for competition and camaraderie. However, in our interconnected world and with the rise of social media, every major event, every public statement from a prominent figure can instantly become politicized. Sports diplomacy is a real thing, and comments like this demonstrate how easily it can be disrupted or leveraged for political purposes. The power of a single comment from a figure like Donald Trump cannot be underestimated. His words carry weight, they move markets, they spark debates, and they can influence public opinion on a massive scale. Whether his intention was to genuinely propose a change to the World Cup hosting agreement or simply to generate conversation and political leverage, the effect is undeniable. It has injected a significant dose of uncertainty and controversy into what was otherwise a straightforward and highly anticipated event. So what does this all mean for World Cup 2026 and for the future of international cooperation in sports? It's hard to say definitively right now. On one hand, the agreements are in place, the planning is well underway, and FIFA, along with the host Nations will likely push back against any attempts to alter the current structure. The momentum behind the joint bid is immense, and it would take an extraordinary effort to fundamentally change course at this stage. There are contracts and commitments that are legally binding. On the other hand, this comment serves as a powerful reminder that even the most well-established international agreements can be challenged, especially by influential political figures. It forces everyone involved to re-evaluate their positions, to consider potential contingencies, and to defend the merits of the existing plan. It adds a layer of political risk that wasn't there before, and that has to be managed carefully by all parties. This is a new variable in an already complex equation. Ultimately, this unexpected comment from Donald Trump about World Cup 2026 is far more than just a fleeting remark. It's a fascinating case study in the intersection of sports, politics, and international relations. It highlights the power of rhetoric, the complexities of global partnerships, and the constant need for diplomacy, even in seemingly apolitical arenas. It's a situation that will continue to evolve, and I, for one, will be watching very closely to see how it plays out. What do you guys think about all of this? Were you surprised by his comment? Do you think it's a strategic move, a genuine concern, or something else entirely? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, because this is a conversation that definitely needs to happen. If you found this deep dive insightful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep those discussions going.